I am back with my books for the month of February that I want to read. I was debating whether or not I wanted to do a TBR jar since I love watching those videos, but then I decided, you know what, I think I know what I really want to dive into this month, so I'm just going to pick them, and maybe I'll do a TBR jar next month or, you know, sometime in the future. So to not delay this video any further, thank you so much for joining me. My name is Maxine, and this is the Book Nook. I plan on reading 6 books this month. Last year I read pretty much, like, last year I read 8 books a month, more or less, give or take. And that was great, and I felt like that was a good pace, but I just wanted to give myself more breathing room, especially for longer books that I may want to enjoy, or books that are just a little bit richer and denser and have a lot to the plot and storyline, like Babel by R.F. Kuang, which was amazing, and I will be talking about that in my January wrap-up video. So because I wanted to give myself some space, I thought, you know, 6 books is about right, and if I read fewer, that's fine. If I read more, that's fine too. So one of the books that I've been holding on to for the past 2 years now is Honey and Spice by Bolu Babolola. I have been wanting to read this book now for over 2 years, and it's insanely ridiculous that I haven't. So this is on my list to read this year in the month of February, and that's what we're doing. So this book is about a sharp-tongued and secretly soft-hearted Kiki Banjo, and he has made a huge mistake. As an expert in relationship evasion, and the host of the popular student radio show Brown Sugar, oh, it's a she. She's made it her mission to make sure the women of African Caribbean society at Whitehall College in Southern England do not fall into the mess of situationships, players, and heartbreak. But when the queen of the unbothered kisses Malachi Coridi, the guy she just publicly denounced as the waste man of Whitehall, in front of every Blackwellian on campus, she finds her show on the brink. I'm not going to read the rest. It was cute when I looked at this 2 years ago. I know a lot of people talked about this book, and that's what made me buy it. And then it just sat on my shelf, which is crazy to me. So I'm really excited to pick this up. It sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. Another book that I'm reading this month is a book that I found and had no idea what it was about, but I just said, you know what, I'm gonna check it out because it had one of those old school covers. You'll know what I mean when I show it to you. It's Chasing Faith by Stephanie Perry Moore. And this is what I meant by the old school cover. It's giving me like 1987 and I love it. Okay, so this is about a Secret Service agent who has an affair with her boss, and she's currently on desk duty because of some event that happened, and she's just living quite the chaotic, and it sounds like a destructive kind of life, until she enters into a relationship with God, which is, oh wow, is this a Christian novel? Oh wow, okay. So I think she enters into a relationship with God, and I think she also ends up in a carnal relationship as well. We'll see, but I didn't even know that. So I didn't do a very good job of explaining the story. That's because I really didn't want to read the back of this, so I had no idea that it was a Christian novel. So, well, you know, I'll definitely report on how this went, and so she's a best-selling Essence author, so okay, I'm excited to read this. Someone named, an author named Victoria Christopher Murray, who I'm not familiar with, at least I don't think so, says this book is unforgettable. It's a suspenseful, juicy, can't put down read, and that's what I saw that made me pick this book up. So we're gonna see. I haven't read a Christian focused novel since the Left Behind series. So very cool. Another book I'm reading this month that I'm really excited about, and mostly because I've been wanting to read this book for a while since it became so popular. It became my book club's pick for the month of March. So I'm really excited to read it this month. And that is, of course, James by Percival Everett. I had to get it, and I'm so thrilled that I own this book. If you watched my haul where I unboxed like a gajillion books, this was in that haul. So I will be reading it this month, in the month of February. And this, of course, is the story of Jim, who appears in Huckleberry Finn. And he is an enslaved man who escapes, who ends up on a journey on a river, the Mississippi River, with Huckleberry Finn. And so it's the story of their friendship, but at this time it's told from the perspective of James. And you know what I really like about the fact that his name is James here? Because this suggests an adult, a man, and not a boy. And the name, not that the name Jim, you know, is necessarily for a boy, but the fact that he's called James here, I know that that's what that suggests, that this is actually the story of an adult male. And if you know, you know. That's all I'm gonna say to that. If you know, you know. So I'm really excited to dive into this one. I didn't read Huckleberry Finn as a kid. It wasn't my cup of tea. And now I'm stronger. I can tolerate a little better. I can tolerate better stories that are really hard to digest. And I know what I'm going into, and I'm excited to read this, and even more excited that I get to talk about it with my book club. So yes, James by Percival Everett will be read this month. All right. I am committed to making sure that I read both my physical library, and I'm going to stop buying books. You heard it here first, my friends. I'm going to stop buying books. You saw that haul. It was 28 books. It was crazy. Very exciting, but crazy. And there are a lot of books that are coming out this year that I'm excited about. So I'm not going to say I'm not buying any books, but you won't see another haul like that on this channel. That I can tell you. There will not be another haul like that on this channel. I started the year off big, and we're going to end it like that. But here and there'll definitely be a few additions, because I love buying books, and there are definitely some titles that are coming out this year that I'm really excited about. So the other thing, though, is I realized that I get so excited about looking at my books, and I have books all over my house, that I often forget to pick up my Kindle, and I forget how much I actually enjoy reading on my Kindle. So one of the things I've been doing is reminding myself every month that I need to also select books on my Kindle, and I like getting books from the library. So I'm just being mindful that I'm reading books from all of these different spaces. So my Kindle picks this month are, I'm going down the road of having fun, because if I'm going to read something like James, then I think I also need something fun. And so I decided to go with That Time I Got Drunk and Saved a Demon by Kimberly Lemming. I actually have already started this book, and it is definitely a wild one. She meets up with this demon, then they're meant to go on an adventure. I haven't started the adventure. It says, Spice trader Cinnamon's quiet life is turned upside down when she ends up on a quest with a fiery demon. Okay. So you can see why I would choose something like this, something completely on the opposite spectrum of something like James. The next book I'll be reading this month is Skin and Bones by Renee Watson. I've not ever read anything by this author. Come to think of it, actually, I think every book this month is by an author I've not read before, so that's kind of exciting too. So this book has critical acclaim, and it is from a New York best-selling Times author, Renee Watson. It says, at 40, Lena Baker is at a steady and stable moment in life. Between wine nights with her two best friends and weddings just weeks away, she's happy in love and in friendship until a confession on her wedding day shifts her world. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm not going to read the rest, but it sounds like this is going to be heartbreaking. But probably on the heels of it being heartbreaking is probably some healing and something good to come out of it, I hope. So it says it's a story about sisterhood, motherhood, faith, love. So it sounds like it is going to be pretty deep, but really good. So I'm looking forward to reading it. And then the last book that I'm going to be reading, again, something on the lighter end and more in the romance category. So I haven't been on BookTube very long at all. I think this is only video like number 4 or 5. But if you've hung out with me since the beginning, which was last month, and you might have picked up that I'm not huge on romance books. I do like them. I actually have quite a few of them because I am notorious for buying books because they've been recommended and not thinking about the fact that you don't always gravitate towards this genre. But I like having them on hand for when I am in the mood. Last book I will be reading on my Kindle is Whiskey River by Shantae. And it is a cowboy romance, which I have no idea if I like cowboy romances, but I don't have anything against cowboys. So I thought, why not? I saw someone talk about this book recently and I thought, oh, okay, I'll go ahead and add it. It's not very long. It's probably really cute. And again, I want to mix in some books that are going to be on the lighter side of things, just sort of fun, because I'm reading heavier books like James and Skin and Bones. The synopsis for Whiskey River says, welcome to Whiskey River. Oakland Brim and Sacred Monroe open up the series in what for them begins as a fake relationship. Oh no. I don't like fake relationships. I don't like fake relationships. It doesn't make sense to me. Why? I know people love it, but I don't. But I'm committed to this because who knows? Maybe it'll be done really well and I won't care that it's a fake relationship. So it says, while Sacred hopes that pairing with a good girl will assist in polishing up his reputation, Oakland is using his popularity for business purposes only. At least that's what she has to keep telling herself. Real or fake, the two are enjoying the friendship they're building. Some might say a little too much. Okay, that sounds cute. That sounds cute. We'll see. Oh my gosh. I have no idea if there's a ton of spice in here or not. I've not read anything from this author. So it's true. I have 6 books by 6 new authors to meet and I love it. Absolutely love it. And of course, they're all Black authors. So I think this is going to be a great reading month. What are you reading? Have you read any of these books? Let me know your thoughts without spoiling anything. Please, no spoilers. Talk to me down in the comments and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.